Just do it with an expression. So, for example, if you were presented with McLaren F1, think of another one. The imperiousness one gets from a Range Rover.
Ah, right, okay.
Most comedians spend years figuring out how to make people laugh. Rowan Atkinson once held an audience captive for 7 minutes without saying a single word. And somehow, that's not even the strangest part.
This guy goes up there, and holding just a piece of paper, he made everyone laugh for 7 minutes without saying a word. Right. And he said that was you. But you went up there and said nothing and absolutely killed the room. Do you remember what you did?
Yes, I certainly remember the night. It was a one-off. It was a one-night review. And I was asked if I wanted to do something, and I couldn't think of anything. And just stood in front of a mirror, to be honest. And I just started pulling faces. And I just sort of, was doing this... And then there was this idea of having a card. Have you got anything that I could... Came out just going... Anyway, it was something like that.
People know him as Mr. Bean. Far fewer realize they're watching one of the most precise comedy minds ever put in front of a camera.
I'm sure the first question that everybody would like to ask you is this.
Funny name, Elton.
How did you come by it?
I wanted to choose a name, and the saxophone player in the band was called Elton, so I chose that name.
Did you ever consider John Elton?
No.
You didn't? Okay.
Let's start with those early albums, then. One of which I believe was called simply Elton John.
Yes, that's correct.
You didn't feel awkward with the name at all?
No, I thought it sounded great. I thought people would be more interested in the music rather than the name.
You want to look at it?
Look at what? Are we allowed?
I don't know. I've just lost all contact with reality.
I did a movie quite a while ago called Mr. Bean's Holiday.
Oh, yes.
In which Mr. Bean...
You're so casual about that. I did a film called Mr. Bean's
Wow.
Well, does he look like an even bigger knob if he said, oh, well, of course you all know Mr. Bean's Holiday?
I'm trying to reduce my knob quotient.
Anybody else would read it and go, they're called Bob. You decided that Bob could be a funny word.
Right.
Bob. You could, just by saying them, make them funny. Just say the word.
Airbag. Petrol pump. De Dion Bouton.
Frightening thing about Rowan is how little he needs. A glance, a pause, a raised eyebrow. And suddenly, an entire room is laughing.
What would Mr. Bean reckon to all of this Formula One malarkey?
Yeah, well, he would enjoy it very much because he's a car enthusiast, as you know.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, he had some magnificent cars, didn't he?
Cars, then he'd enjoy it. But anyway, it's fantastic to be here. I'm a guest of George Russell, which is, it wasn't planned for me to be here on a weekend, when he got pole, but here we are.
Rowan Atkinson name-dropping. Whatever next?
Oh, I know. I'm here as a matter of fact, as a guest of George Russell. So.
Oh, fantastic.
So that's how privileged I am.
Forget the whole thing. I'm going back home with Migsy.
Yes. Oh, show me the glen where the kipper roams free. And I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry.
He's got too funny.
Sorry.
It seems so funny to me that he addressed it all to Miggins. Consulting with the wife. You see, after backing me off, stop right because... Yeah, I know what you mean.
I'm going to look at you, joking. I understand everything.
I know what it's like. I mean, you got a difficult job. 45 miles commuting every day.
That's where everything gets interesting. Because off-screen, Rowan rarely sounds like someone trying to be funny at all.
That was really good
thank you. This side or this side?
Right, how do you want to sit down?
No. I'll get behind you.
Well, I see, I just sit here and
you
do
don't
nothing.
have to do anything.
Okay.
Coming up on Sunrise this morning, we meet the lovely Mr. Rowan Atkinson. We talk about Mr. Bean's holiday, and all you have to say is, if you miss it, you miss out. You ready?
Right, okay.
I'm good at this. A man who needs no introduction, Mr. Rowan Atkinson, and we talk about Mr. Bean's holiday. Remember though, Rowan?
Sorry?
If you miss it, you miss out.
Do you mind doing that again?
Yeah, okay. Morning, Neil Sean here on Sunrise. This morning we meet Mr. Rowan Atkinson and we talk all about Mr. Bean's holiday. Remember though, Rowan?
What?
If you miss it, you miss out.
Oh, yes.
Don't miss Rowan Atkinson on Sunrise this morning.
I was based actually on a visit, on a holiday in Venice that I had in 1985, quite a long time ago. Wouldn't it be fun, because I had already started exploring just doing purely visual comedy. I'd explored it on stage, and I was interested in trying to put visual comedy through the character of Mr. Bean on TV. So that's where it started. Well, the first ones we did were in 1988, 89, and then it sort of grew from there, and now we've got this...
Weird, it's like it's got its own life.
If I may make so bold, a major crisis has arisen in your affairs.
Crisis, Baldrick, crisis! No marriage, no money, and more bills. For the first time in my life, I've decided to follow a suggestion of yours.
His interview with Elton John feels less like a conversation and more like a carefully disguised, practical joke. And somehow, Elton keeps stepping directly into it.
I start with a quote that I read.
Oh dear.
From you. It says, the problem with talk shows is that you're supposed to amuse. I generally rely on being interesting rather than funny. They just want people with wacky stories about airports, and I haven't really got any.
How true.
It's true.
How true. I haven't.
So how was Kastrup Airport?
No, I have no stories.
No.
I'm always rather confused, as I think I know you are, about whether I'm a comedian or whether I'm an actor.
No.
You know, or whether I'm an
not
actor.
confused.
You're not confused at all? Oh, well, I'll stop talking.
I know you're boring now, and I know you will consider...
Exactly. You'll be nodding off in no time. I remember early on in the life of Mr. Bean getting lots of letters from people saying, oh, I'd love to have dinner with Mr. Bean. How hilarious that would be. He's a very, very selfish individual. He's a child.
I love your work, but the thing that I loved the most, Blackadder.
Oh, right, good.
Elizabethan Blackadder. You became a sex symbol because of that.
Opish.
No, it's not opish. It's true. Look, it was
yes.
It was just the whole persona, and you really suited the outfit.
Yeah,
that costume.
Yeah, sadly, I haven't had occasion to wear. I did a credit card commercial in New York a few years ago, and it was a story in which I had to play a bungling British secret agent. And there's this beautiful woman gets out of a limo in the middle of New York, and he sees her. And this scene was when I had to look at her as if I'd just fallen in love with her. And the director said, just imagine that you've just seen your wife for the first time. And my wife happened to be on set at the time. And she said, no, that won't work. Tell him to look at her as if she's his new Aston Martin.
Oh, well,
and then it'll work.
Oh, that'll work.
And she was right. In fact, it inspired me no end. I looked at her like no woman has ever been looked at.
Really? Can you give us that look? I'm curious.
Yeah. Can I do?
Look at the women melting. Look at that. It's just, oh.
Very good.
So you can practically watch reality, unravel one question at a time. By the end, nobody seems completely certain what's serious anymore. And despite creating one of the most recognizable comedy characters on the planet, Rowan discusses his career with the enthusiasm of someone reviewing household appliances. Comedians tell stories. Rowan can turn a single word into the punchline. It's the strange superpower. He can casually say, airbag, and an entire room falls apart laughing. Then he somehow carries that exact energy into motorsport, which is probably the last place you'd expect deadpan comedy to thrive.